I have never seen such an incredible woman before. In order to build the countryside home of her dreams, Xiuqin quit her city job and began constructing the house with her own hands. To find a suitable place for building, she completely drained an abandoned fish pond that had been unused for years. She planned to build her future home right here. Once the water was drained, the preparation work began. Using logs, she marked out the size of the house. With precise tape measurements, the exact position of the house and its foundation was carefully planned. To make the next steps easier, Xiuqin first cleared the thick mud around the pond. Since the house would be built inside the pond, a solid and stable foundation was absolutely necessary. That's why deep foundation pits had to be dug. Each pit measured about 80 by 80 centimeters. This alone became a challenging task. Just digging the foundation pits took Xiuqin 2.5 full days. Once all the pits were completed, she prepared the materials needed for construction. The steel rebars she bought had to be cut before they could be used. After spending an entire afternoon cutting and cleaning the steel, she began weaving the rebars together, forming the base structure for the foundation. Next, she measured and cut the steel according to the height of the columns. Very soon, another large pile of steel was ready. She marked each piece carefully with a paint pen, then bent them at right angles according to the markings. However, these rebars were still not ready to use. Xiuqin brought in smaller steel bars, marked the correct positions, and used pliers to cut them to size. After that, she straightened each piece using tools. Once the steel processing was finished, she brought in new tools to fold the rebars in half. This created the core framework for the reinforced columns. With all the materials ready, Xiuqin drove 4 bamboo poles into the ground and set the prepared columns in place. She spaced them evenly, locked them with steel rings, and tightly secured everything with iron wire. At this point, the reinforced steel columns were complete. Next, she placed the base structures into the foundation pits and lifted them slightly using bricks. Every single pit was treated the same way. After that, the steel frameworks were fixed into position. Because the house was being built on muddy ground, the foundation had to be strong enough to support heavy loads. That's why Xiuqin dug a total of 12 foundation pits inside the fish pond. Once the steel was fully secured, she moved on to preparing other materials. Given the current construction method, the foundation had to be backfilled first, so mixing strong, durable concrete became essential. To make the next stage of construction easier, she also built a simple temporary pathway. This would allow materials to be transported smoothly for the rest of the project. If you were impressed by Xiuqin's determination and hard work, please rate her effort in the comments and give her a score out of 10. Your support means everything.